Dear friends, I am KRISHNA PANDEY from KB number 3, SAGAR. Let's start today's class with the pictures on your screen. You notice two beautiful kites, and I hope all of you have this experience of flying kites, holding these. You have this experience of flying kites. It is such a enjoyable thing, holding the string, controlling the flight of the kite. All right? I hope all of you have enjoyed it. Let's move further. Yeah, see these beautiful kites. And one thing you notice, when the sky is clear, it becomes very attractive to fly the kite, because the color of the kite can be seen clearly and it looks very beautiful. So of course today's topic is kite, and we have a poem on this beautiful thing, kite, in our syllabus. So we are going to discuss the same poem here, but before going for the poem, let's discuss the word kite. This word is very interesting. There are many things related to this word, K-I-T-E, kite. Okay, so let's discuss a few things before starting the poem. Look at the two pictures on your screen. I hope you are about to say eagle. No, this is not eagle, dear students. This is a kite. Of course, it is member of the same family from where eagle comes. The vultures. Okay. Of the same family, it is another word. It is called kite. Let's know how it is different from eagles. Kite is a medium-sized bird of prey that is known for its V-shaped tail. Typically, a kite has a small head, short beak, partly bare face, and long narrow wings and tail. It belongs to the Accipitridae family. As compared to eagles, they are smaller in size and weigh less. Okay, let's move further. There is a term in English, hell kite. What is the meaning of this word? Someone who is a fierce fighter, a very dangerous fighter, who fights very dangerously. He is called a hell kite. So all of you watch many movies, you have watched many serials. There you find very fierce fighters, or from the history you can relate. Maharana Pratap was a hell kite, means he was a very fierce fighter. Okay, let's move further. The word kite has another use. It's an idiom. Go fly a kite. When somebody asks you, go fly a kite, he does not say, go and really fly a kite. He says only that, go away from here. Leave me or leave this place. Only this is the order. It means like, जाओ यार अपना काम करो. जब हम किसी से ये बोलते हैं जाओ यार अपना काम करो, we don't mean you do something. We mean only go away from here. So, go fly a kite is like that. If a person goes to fly a kite, this would mean he or she would need to walk away to do so. This is also true for this synonymous expression, jump in a lake. Jump in a lake. The important part of the expression is go. Go jump in a lake. Go fly a kite. These are same expressions. It means only you go from here. What you do after going from here, that is not important. All right. And another similar expression is get lost simply. Okay, friends. So don't go fly a kite. All right. Stay here. We are going to discuss a few more things. Then we are going to start the poem. Be as high as a kite. It's a simile. We'll later discuss in this very class what is a simile. But let's know the meaning of this phrase. Be as high as a kite. It means to behave in a silly or excited way because you have taken drugs or drunk a lot of alcohol. The first meaning. The second meaning, to feel very happy and excited. When you feel very happy and excited because of anything, because of your sudden excitement that has any news that has come to you, or it may be drugs or anything. When a person feel very happy and excited, the term can be used. Be as high as a kite. So let's look at the example. I was as high as a kite when I heard I had got the job. Okay, friends, so you understand? I was as high as a kite when I heard I had got the job. Okay, let's move further. Here is the last thing that we are going to discuss before the poem, that is associated with the word kite. Here is a famous quote from a famous politician of Western history, Western world. His name is Winston Churchill, once the PM of United Kingdom. What he says, let's look at it. He says, kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. What does he mean? He says, a kite blows to the highest when the wind is blowing against the kite. The kite does not reach its heights when the wind is with the kite. So what does it mean? Why he said this? It means that the real character of a man, of a person, is when he is in difficult situation, when he faces odds of his life. Only at that time the real character, the real strength of that man comes out. So that is, kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. Okay, so let's go and discuss the poem now. Here is the poem. Let's start. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. With a dive and a dip, it snaps its tail, then soars like a ship with only a sail. As over tides of wind it rides, climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls, then seems to rest as wind falls. When string goes slack, you wind it back and run until a new breeze blows and its wings fill and up it goes. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new, but a raggeder thing you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. So dear friends, you find this poem is very musical one. If we were in classroom, we would sing it together. Let's move further and let's understand the poem. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. A kite looks very bright on the blue. Blue means the clear sky without clouds. So how bright is the color of a kite when it is new and it is flying in the clear sky. With a dive and a dip. We know that a kite goes down, then it goes up, it snaps its tail, there is a cracking sound with its tail. So that is all the flying scene of the kite. Here are some words for you. Dive and dip in this stanza. To go into water with force and softness together. That is dive and dip. So it is about air. For a kite, it is about the wind, the air. Okay. Snaps, cracking sound, blue. I have told you it is color, but here it is used for clear sky without clouds. Let's continue the poem. Then soars like a ship with only a sail, as over tides of wind it rides, climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls, then seems to rest as wind falls. The kite soars like a ship with only a sail, as a ship continues sailing on sea. The same way the kite continues flying in the sky. As the ship goes over tides, the high tides, the high, what we say, high waves and low waves, it continues its journey. It keeps sailing on the sea. So the same way a kite continues flying when the wind is low and the wind is high. It continues there. It goes to the highest point and it continues to pull the string from your hands, and then it seems to rest finally when the wind falls. When the wind stops blowing, it seems that the kite is going to rest for some time. Here are some words in this stanza. Soars, fly high, climbs, sail. Sail means a cloth on a ship or a boat used to catch wind and help the boat to propel. I hope you have seen the boats with sails or the ancient ships. You can remember tides, rising and falling waves. Crest the top of a mountain or anything like that. Okay. The next stanza. When string goes slack, you wind it back. See, dear students, what happens when a string goes slack? When the thread we are holding, it goes loose. So we run. And how much we run? We run until a new breeze blows. We have to run for a long time until a fresh wind starts blowing. And one more thing we have to do, we have to wind it back. We have to wind the string back. Otherwise, it is going to fall on the ground very soon. So first we wind the string back and we start running so that the kite feels some breeze, some wind. And when a new breeze blows and its wings fill, and up it goes. And again when a new breeze comes there, starts blowing, the wings of the kite are full of it and it goes up again. Alright? Next. How bright the blue is a kite when it's new, but a regular thing you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. How bright on the blue. Again, the first two lines of the poem, that it looks very bright when it is flying in the clear sky without clouds, in the blue serene sky. But a regular thing you never will see. And it is a torn, tattered thing. It looks ugly. You don't like it to see, or you may not like it to see when it is. There means there is another phase of the same kite. When it is very beautiful, everyone likes to look at it in the sky, but when it is there in the top of a tree, the string is stuck and the kite is there, it is torn, and it becomes a sad or not beautiful sight to look at. It does not give you happiness. So this is the later phase of every kite. It is like we human beings have a beautiful part of life, and sometimes we have some ugly things in our life that we don't like. Actually, there is nothing like ugly, but people don't like some events or some incidents of their life. So it is the same thing. The kite enjoys. When it enjoys, it is very beautiful, and when it comes to its end, when it goes away from the world, it is stuck somewhere in a tree and it is torn and tattered. Nobody likes to see it, and it does not give any happiness. Okay, let's move on the poem. I hope you have understood the poem. You have enjoyed the poem too. Let's discuss a bit of summary here. In the clear sky means when there are no clouds. Okay, a kite will look bright in it. It will be clearly noticeable. We can see it properly. Its colors are quite attractive. The kite hurls with every wag. Its tail produces a cracking sound. Then while flying, all of a sudden the kite goes high on top, just like a ship goes up and down on the crest of waves with a sailcloth. It moves forward when the wind is strong, but as the wind falls, it seems as if it is also taking a rest for a while in the air. Sometimes the thread tied to the kite loosen, it goes slack. Okay, the flyer tries to roll the thread and runs till a new breeze, new air fills its wings. Means provide the momentum for the kite to go up. Okay friends, so I hope you have understood and enjoyed this poem. Let's discuss the exercise given in the text. The Kite poem, question and answers. So number 1 is, list out the accent words in the poem. Find out the meanings of these words too. Okay, so some accent words are given for us. Dive, dip, snaps. These are the accent words we have found related with the kite. Let's see some more from the poem. Climbs, it is also associated with the kite. Blows, it is associated with wind. Soars, it flies high, means it is associated with kite. Rides, it is also associated with kite. And falls, when the wind falls, so it is associated with wind. Okay, so these are the words, accent words that we are supposed to find. Okay, let's move ahead. Here is a question. Read these lines in the poem. Then shows like a ship with only a sail. So here are the 2 lines, but what we have to do, let's see. The movement of a tailless kite is compared to a ship without a sail. It's comparison, okay? This is called a simile. This is called a simile, okay? Simile. Can you suggest what or who the following actions may be compared to? We have to compare these actions to someone or something. But before solving this question, I hope you should be able to understand simile. What is simile? Let's look at it. I told you in the beginning of our discussion that we'll discuss simile in this class only. So here is simile. What is simile? A word or phrase. Simile is a word or phrase. You remember, be as high as a kite. That means to be very happy and excited, all right? Yeah. So simile is a word or a phrase that compares something to something else. It compares something to something else. And how it compares? It compares by using the words like or as, right? The comparison is done with these words like or as. For example, we can say face like a mask. Somebody's face is like a mask. Or white as snow. Face like a mask, white as snow. The use of such words and phrases is called simile. Alright dear friends, in हिंदी किसी अन्य वस्तु के साथ समानता दिखाने के लिए प्रयुक्त शब्द या वाक्यांश जैसे a face like mask, as white as snow में like और as शब्द जो हैं वो समानता सूचक शब्दों का प्रयोग है। ये हिंदी में इसको हम उपमा अलंकार भी कहते हैं। चलिए, तो he runs like, you can say, a leopard. He eats like, you can say, Kumbhakaran, or you can say a python. She sings like, you can say, Lata Mangeshkar. It shines like, you can say, sun itself. It flies like, you can say a kite, or you can say an eagle, or you can say an aeroplane or a jet fighter. All right. Okay, so it is the question of simile. We have to compare one thing to something else, someone to something or someone else. with the words like and as. Okay, let's move further. Some common examples of simile are here. Our soldiers are as brave as lions. So what is the simile? As brave as lions. Our soldiers are as brave as lions. Her cheeks are red like a rose. He is as funny as a monkey. Okay? The water well was as dry as a bone. He is as cunning as a fox. Okay, dear friends, so these are some more examples of simile. Let's move ahead and have your assignment for the day. What is the home assignment for you, dear students? One literary home assignment I propose for you, that is, discover difference between a simile and a metaphor. All right, take help of dictionary, internet, or the learned people around you and try to understand the difference between a simile and a metaphor. Okay, home assignment number 2 for you. I am going to give you a fun. Try to make a kite and fly it. Alright, dear students, try to make a kite and fly it. Number 3 is the homework related to your writing skills. That is, write a letter to your friend describing your own kite making and flying experience. What do you have to do in the third one? Write a letter to your friend and describe your own experience of making a kite and flying it. Okay, dear students. Thank you very much. Keep learning. Jai Hind.